Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike from 1AAuto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And next time you need parts for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the rear shocks on this 2002 GMC 2500. The only tools you'll need for this job are two 21mm wrenches, either large wrench or two sockets with a ratchet and a breaker bar. And you don't even have to raise the vehicle. You definitely don't have to take off the rear wheels, but you don't even have to raise the vehicle. You just need to secure it with blocks, and you can actually just crawl underneath and replace the shocks without even lifting up the vehicle. Although lifting up the vehicle does make it a little easier.
Okay, so you can see I've got the truck on the lift. Okay, I've also got the rear end supported. So you basically want to jack your truck up. The best place to jack your truck up is here. Okay, and then you can put a safety jack stand under here. Okay, on each side, or you can actually put safety stands right underneath the axle tubes right here. That's probably the best place. Then put all the weight on the axle. I have it supported here for two reasons: for safety, and also pushing up on the axle a little bit contracts the shock some, which takes some of the pressure off them. Basically, when you have all the weight off of the axle or the axle hanging down, the shocks are actually what's holding it up. So you don't want to have the axle hanging down and then disconnect the shocks, because then your rear end is going to fall down further. Okay, start by spraying some penetrating oil on the bolts. Okay, this side and the other side. We're going to replace both shocks at once. Always replace shocks in pairs. Okay, working on this lower bolt first. You're going to want either a breaker bar, okay, 21mm socket. You can also use a ratchet with a pipe on it. That gives you some extra leverage. Okay, I'll use the breaker bar here and get this going the right way. Okay, and it seems to come apart pretty easily. Okay, so I'll swap the ratchet around.
Okay, I'll speed it up here. I take the nut off, but I don't remove the bolt from the shock yet.
And hope for the same results. Bolts turning.
Okay, here again I'll just speed it up as I'm working those wrenches and removing the nut from the end of the bolt.
Back down here, and at this step, if you've got the rear end, if you actually are working on the ground, you can do this without even jack stands, but at this point, be very careful as you pull this bolt out. The shock may want to go down, but mine are in pretty rough shape, so they're not even doing much, so the bolts just come right out. Okay, so just for reference, here's my old shock. Press it down, and it pretty much stays down. New shock. You can see it has a band on it. You have to press it down, and it actually slowly comes up. Okay. Pull my old shock up. Okay. You can see I can just press right down, and it just takes a whole lot more force on the new shock. New shock, put it up in place, put the bolt through, and start on the nut. Okay, now swing this into place. And on.
Okay, and from here on out, I'm just going to use fast forward. Use your breaker bar and your ratchet to tighten them up. Basically tighten them up as tight as you can with that ratchet, and that's good. These bolts should be probably torqued to about 70 to 75 foot-pounds. And once you have them all tightened up, obviously replace the other side, and your car will be riding smoother down the road. We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.1aauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll-free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.